Time to get back into it. Check that volume. Hello everyone, BubbleNative720 here, bringing you part 162 of my live stream playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. When we last left off, we did Alzadal's Legacy. We went to Nomenon to go get some restricted access information, so that way we could figure out how to play around with the Void Gate, which is what we found in the Legacy of the Vault. We are attempting to go into the Void. The ship is yours to command. Our thanks. We set sail at once. Oh, this is so exciting. Alzadal's Legacy. To see the truth of a legend with my own eyes. All aboard for the treasure vault. Yes, let us get a mosey.
The ruins alone were impressive enough, but I never dreamed such a treasure lay hidden in the depths of the bounty. It may have been helpful to know this device existed, Your Excellency.
My apologies. The gate was a secret I shared with none but my closest advisors. I feared for what might happen should those with ill intentions learn of its existence.
What is it you're doing now?
There's something I wish to verify. The NOAA reports claim that a short stint into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance. Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater. Gra has theorized that a warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence. But I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
So, this is an experiment of sorts?
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale?
Gonna use a familiar. Might as well go myself, say nothing, and look meaningfully at Estinian. Maybe send a familiar.
Very good. I see you've been paying attention. As Vritra sent his simulacrum, so too shall we rely on a familiar to bear the brunt of any unpleasant consequences. Now, a lowly imp can navigate a fissure, no matter how narrow. Which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same. I hadn't wanted it to come to this, but no other familiars will do, I'm afraid.
I mislike the sound of that. What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
From ocean rise and cloudbank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born.
Water, water, froth and foam!
Ready your arms. I fear she's been possessed.
Oh, come now. That was adorable.
No, not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of fitting through the gate. I only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual. In any case, these two should serve us well. This one will bear a warding scale. And when they return from the 13th, we can observe how the talisman, or absence thereof, has affected the progress of the Void's corruption.
Interesting.
If I could impose upon you to open the gate. Your Excellency?
Ah, yes, of course.
We should also be wary of void scent slipping through while we conduct our experiment. Estinian, you are to keep Nadana safe from harm.
As you say.
You had best be on your guard as well.
I always am. Froth and foam.
Oh, are you volunteering to join the Nixies? I could shrink you down, you know. Let us begin, shall we? Nixies, into the void.
Oh, poor things.
I think we've waited long enough. Nixies, return to my side.
Oh.
Thank you, little one. You did well.
Poor thing. Its essence has been irrevocably warped.
We're out of time! I must reseal the Void Gate. of Alzadal III, I bar this door unto the void.
Closed.
Well, that was a sharp lesson in the dangers of void gates.
And what of our experiment? I'd say the results speak for themselves.
The unprotected Nixie has suffered extensive etheric corruption. As Nidana observed, it's well on its way to becoming a void scent. The one merged with the talisman, however, appears unaffected. I sense no changes to its equilibrium. Rest now, little ones.
Graha's theory was correct, then.
So it would seem. But while our second familiar was untouched by void energies, the talisman itself shows signs of degradation.
Need a little bit of tweaking.
It was, of course, originally designed to shield the soul from primal tempering. It stands to reason that etheric corruption of a different sort would affect it differently. We may need to modify the warding scale's design to account for the 13th's uniquely unstable ether.
You've said much of the Void's instability, but my imagination fails me. What manner of place is this broken world?
Ah, my apologies. I forget that not all of us spend our days sequestered in dusty archives. The 13th is a reflection of the source that was drowned in a flood of darkness. In Emmett Selk's own words, this tragedy was a result of the Ascians' attempts to force a rejoining. They erred in their haste, and made of that world a useless void. And what of your own experience? Will you tell us of what you observed during Noah's expedition?
Oh yeah, that place was not fun. World of Darkness it was.
I can picture it now. The sunless, Stygian expanse, infested with legions of ether-starved monstrosities. A void in every sense of the word.
What you have described in such lurid detail is exactly why I hesitate to encourage you.
Worry not, great Vritra. Our journey into the 13th is but the first leg of a longer voyage. A voyage that shall lead us to other reflections, to new mysteries and discoveries. And I mean to be there every step of the way. But first I must focus on refining the warding talisman.
Then I can begin work on constructing an artificial Atomos. Or I could, if I had the relevant manuals to hand. Might I be so bold as to request access to the Satrap's family archives? Your Excellency?
Oh, yes. That can be arranged. I will speak to my officials upon our return.
He's thinking about the fact that the warding scale worked, and it's part of his scales, which means his sibling could still be uncorrupted, or have hope to be saved.
We will see you back in the city then.
I think I have a whole set, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the fending. Mainly due to the fact that I could use those to upgrade my dude and Magruder in retainer format. A satrap's duty. Again, these are the wasteful materia. They aren't even worth selling on the marketplace. Once Nadana succeeds in replicating the Mach Atomos, this door into the 13th will be ours to open. Will you be crossing the threshold alongside us? I realize this is more my endeavor than yours. To be honest, I have no interest in visiting the Void myself. Might we discuss this later? There is something I must do first. Why does everyone insist on being so secretive? I at least had good reason for not wanting to explain my Nixie ritual. Shall we proceed with our other preparations then? As we saw, the warding scale could be effective at protecting the bearer from other sources of etheric corruption. Nevertheless, the talisman's durability will need to be improved if it is to withstand the Void's influence for a prolonged length of time. And I think that is a problem we can address without involving the brilliant but busy alchemists who created it. Who do we know who excels at this kind of structural augmentation? Garland Ironworks, the Elegons? I'm not sure. We're gonna say Garland. An excellent suggestion. As I recall, Sid himself is no stranger to the Void and its volatile energies. With his experienced hand at the helm, I have every confidence that the Ironworks can strengthen the warding scale. Come, let us visit their operations at Ragwa's Reach and commission their best and brightest. Heard. Oh, it actually ported me straight to Ralgers. I like. So what I'm thinking about doing is trying to boost these up. Or maybe even boost some of these up by offering like one of these and then just 4 of those. That could work. Especially since I'm not using a skill speed one for the most part. Hero, what brings you to the Ironworks? We have a commission for you and your president, actually, assuming he's available. Master Sid? Certainly. I'll see if he has a moment free. Pleasure as always. I hear you have a job for us. Heading into the Void to find a lost dragon. That sounds almost pedestrian compared to your last adventure. Honestly, I don't know if you could say anything that would surprise me after meeting on that bloody mess. I need a drink. Alright, let's take a look at that talisman of yours. You said there were signs of degradation. It seems some manner of corrosion has set in around a scratch on its surface, much as the Void's corruption seeped into Nero through his wounds. In which case, our best bet may be to simply prevent the scale from being damaged in the first place. And how might we achieve that? We have a coating agent for strengthening trinkets and the like, but I'd be wary of applying any compound which might upset the scale's delicate alchemical balance. Far safer to dress it in armor. We'll construct a protective casing, one utilizing metal alloys with high etherical conductivity, so as not to impede the talisman's primary function. A suit of armor, as you said. Nero has compiled data on the 13th, so I'll have him pitch in with a design just to be sure. If only it weren't such an ordeal to convince him to follow our safety protocols. In any case, we may need some time to untangle the particulars. Understandable. We know how busy your schedule is, and the final result will doubtless be worth the wait. Ha! The hard part will be ducking Jesse and her constant barrage of demands while we sneak about doing the fun stuff. We'll see what we can do. I think we can leave the rest in Sid's capable hands. Let's return to the great work and see how Nadana is getting on with the Mach Atomos. We're here.
Ah, hey, Stola. The adjustments are going well, I hope?
'Tis a lengthy process, but the end is in sight, yes.
That's wonderful news. I myself had some good fortune searching through the Satrap's private records. What I found was a transaction log dated around the same period as when Al-Zadal's legacy was built. It included a purchase list of highly exclusive alchemical components, and I knew I'd discovered the key to making the artificial atomos. I then visited the High Crucible to commission the materials. After I'd explained my requirements, I was beset by volunteers insisting I allow them to help with the entire project.
The usual reaction to someone forcing open a void gate is to run for the hills. Harnish academics certainly are a different breed.
The alchemists of old were cut from a similar cloth. The unknown held no fear for them. Indeed, they were ever eager to seek new knowledge, regardless of the danger.
And were you not also fearless, heedless even, in your determination?
My sire entered his dormancy before I was hatched. And so it was Ashdaya who kept my eggs safe and warm. It created a bond between us. Even long after I learned to fend for myself, I rarely strayed from her side. She was my guardian, my sister, my dear companion. And not a single day passes that I do not mourn her absence. No matter how deep the darkness, I would not surrender my search. I promised myself the time would come when we would once more take to the skies together. But I am satrap now.
The Radiant Host is here to serve, Your Excellency.
Nabdeen, what is this about?
I think Justinian did this.
Justinian told us of your predicament. For centuries you have protected Rads at Han, never showing your true self, hiding behind a curtain and living only in service to the people. Your dedication meant more to us than your deceit, and so did we accept you as our rightful ruler. After all that you have sacrificed for this nation, did you imagine we would begrudge you your heart's desire? We survived the final days. We are a strong and proud people. We, the Radiant Host, will keep Thavnair safe in your absence.
I am grateful for your loyalty and for your encouragement. And yet...
Now you listen to me, Varshan.
Huh.
You are wearing that face, after all. As I have told you before, you are a little brother to us all. And if you are family, then so too is your sister. We are there for you if you need us. But do not ask us to sit by and watch while you abandon a sibling you have ached to rescue for millennia.
We will succeed in opening the way. It is only a matter of time. All you need do is prepare to step through to the other side.
Your Excellency, I wanted to thank you for building the orphanage. It means so much that my sister and I will have a place to be together, safe and happy. And I hope that you and your sister can be together again, too.
To protect them well, you must take heart. Will you wallow in uncertainty forever? Let's pick the first one.
Take heart and protect them well. Such were the words I once said to you. And here I stand, failing to live up to them. If my heart is torn, I am fit to protect neither Ajdaya nor Radzatan. My people, I have come to a decision. Vashan will depart Thavne for a time. My dragon self will remain in the palace, but only to conduct the satrap's most essential duties. While I am focused on controlling this vessel, there may be matters that escape my attention. I rely on you, my trusted friends, to watch over one another until I return.
Take care and fair fortune, little brother. Many tears would be shed should you come to harm.
I would not dare make you cry.
You surprise me, Estinian. For a lone wolf, you've shown an unusual degree of, shall we say, involvement in helping Vritra reach this conclusion. 'Twas for the greater good. The worm's thundering sighs were keeping his citizens awake at night, and had travelers believing the palace racked by some unnatural storm. What of your own answer, then? You seem disinclined to venture into the void. When I was one with Nidhogg, his vengeful thoughts were my thoughts, his endless rage my rage, and the soul-chilling grief he nursed for Radatosker's death. I would not wish such agony upon a foe, let alone a friend and ally. If there is a chance we can spare Vritra that pain, then I will follow you. An unusual crew we have here. Any other former scions we should call on? Just the four of us? I'd rather not bother our comrades with aught less than a dire threat to the star. We four should be sufficient for our purpose. Now, on to specifics. Unlike the first, where the flood of light was halted before its devastation was complete, the 13th has been utterly subsumed by darkness. My plan as such is to explore the void in stages, withdrawing to safety after each brief foray. 'Twould be more convenient had we some manner of base camp nearer to the gate itself. One of the palace chambers should serve. Come, let us reconvene outside Megaduta. We're going to Megaduda faster just for me to teleport. And so we will require suitable accommodations. Might we make something available for our guests? All the chambers are presently hosting the great mounds of treasure we carried out of the vault. Once the Foundation's activities begin in earnest, however, we can redistribute the trove and make a room or two ready for habitation. Good. Please inform me when you've completed the arrangements. As you heard, we will have you settled in Megaduta in due time. As ever, you are most gracious, Your Excellency. You risk yourselves to aid me in my search for Ashdaya. Providing comfortable quarters is the least I could do. I only wish we knew more about our destination. The gods only know how long our explorations might possibly take, or what our chances of success might possibly be. Succeed or fail, I am grateful to you for convincing me to make the attempt. On that note, I will return to the great work and lend what help I can to Nidana. If you have preparations to make ere we venture into the 13th, now is the time. All I need is my armor and my lance. Perhaps I'll train with the Radiant Host to pass the time before we depart. You know what this means to me, hero, but my purpose need not consume you as well. You are headed to another world. Find what joy you can in the experience. For you are a traveler, an adventurer at heart. This I know. Meanwhile, on the 13th. Newfound Adventure. Give me a title. Newfound Adventurer. Interesting. In search of Ashdaya. Ah, excellent timing, hero. Just a moment ago, I received word from the Ironworks. They have completed their task and are on their way with the reinforced warding scales. Similarly, our alchemists have also succeeded in creating an artificial Atomos. All is in readiness for our journey to the Void. I have instructed our comrades to gather at the Great Work. Let us head there at once. There you are, hero. I present to you the fruits of the alchemist's labor, the artificial atomos. Though we've yet to put it to the proof, its aether is practically identical to that of the original. A truly remarkable feat in so short a time. Aye, our alchemists have outdone themselves yet again. Small wonder that they are the pride of Radzathan. I would express my gratitude to Dodana, but it appears she isn't here. She rushed off after bringing the Atamos to attend to a pressing task, but said that she would return ere we set forth. Which should be shortly after our friends from the ironworks arrive with the warding scales. Did someone say warding scales? Because it just so happens we have them. Right on cue. 'Tis good to see you all again. But for the President himself to attend, keen to bear witness to our little experiment, are you? You know I am. I was there at the Crystal Tower, lest you forget. I wouldn't miss this for the world. You don't mind if we come along and see you off, I hope. It's thanks to these three that we could finish the work so quickly. It was my painstakingly collected data that made the reinforcement possible. The scales will last a good 10 years in the void with nary a hint of degradation. As the ones who did the actual reinforcing, we guarantee their quality as well. They'll keep you safe. But enough bragging, here are the scales. A perfect number of people for a small party. A light party. With these, we can search for my sister without fear of corruption. I know not how to repay you. Well, my friend, my only regret is that I won't be able to accompany you on this latest grand adventure. Wait! Nidana, is aught the matter? Before you depart, Your Excellency, there is something we wish to present to you. Will you please come with me? Oh, I remember what this is. You would not delay us without good cause. Very well. Forgive me, my friends, but I require a moment. He's certainly taking his time. What sort of grand present could take so long to receive? The kind that'll help him in the void, I presume. In that God's forsaken place, he'll need all the help he can get. But you, of all people, ought to know that, eh?
My apologies for keeping you waiting.
Vritra, I presume.
Indeed, this vessel now serves as a host for my eye. I was aware that the alchemists were busy preparing something, but this...
We couldn't well send you on such a perilous mission unprepared, Your Excellency. We spared no effort in crafting the body, and I dare say you'll find it adept at wielding weapons and magics both. It was our intent to present it to you sooner, but we could not bring ourselves to do so, knowing we could yet improve it further. Pray forgive us.
There is no to forgive. I am grateful for this fine vessel, and shall put it to good use. Again, I ask that you watch over Radzatan in my absence. The dangers we go to face are great and many, and I fear I will be unable to give matters here due attention. And in opening the Void Gate, there is ever risk that Voidsent will find their way into our world.
Rest assured, we are more than prepared. Our soldiers have been training under Master Estinian. On my honor, we will not suffer a single fiend to pass. So, think only of your mission, Vashan. Ah, but seeing as this is a different body, perhaps we should use a different name.
Nay, Vashan shall suffice. Though I may have thus grown up, I am as ever a little brother to you all.
As you say, as you say. Go then, Vashan. And best of luck.
I have something for you as well.
Huh.
While
Boarding
you were
scale?
gone, Urianger paid us a visit. As you may recall, he joined us on our foray into Alzadal's legacy, in part to conduct research for the Loporrits. Research they were delighted to receive, and which has already inspired them to consider new ways to improve their own treasure vault. As a token of their gratitude, Livingway entrusted a familiar relic to Urianger.
Oh, Snikes.
Aye, the crystal, which showed the way to Meteon.
The last shard of Hydaelyn.
The Loporrits no longer have need of it, and thus saw fit to return it to us. Harboring the power of light, it could well aid us in our mission in the Void. And who better to bear Hydaelyn's gift than her chosen champion?
If there is nothing left to discuss, then let us depart. Our boat awaits us in Akyali.
Oh man, I just got a huge brainstorm, and I would absolutely love to see like a replica of that crystal of light for a housing item. Oh man. I'm a sucker for housing furnishings, I'm sorry. I love decorating. If it wasn't for the fact that it gets kind of annoying collecting materials and like hanging on to it and then boosting, I would have absolutely exploded through these. I got them all to 100 easily. And then I would have worked my way to crafting everything I needed to craft. I did make my little waterfall though for my bathhouse. Or my bathroom, I should say. A satrap and your fellows have already departed for the vault. Are you ready to set forth? Yep. So basically I have my meditative / bathing area.
I shall now lift the seal. In the name of Alzadal III, I cast open this door unto the void!
Go. Absorb the Void Gate.
Fun stuff. And now turn itself into a proper hellish gate.
It worked. We should have no trouble passing through a gate of that size.
What can we expect to find after stepping through?
On my previous foray, I emerged in a castle swarming with void scent. I was hopelessly outnumbered and forced to turn back. But together, I am confident we can hold our own. Upon our arrival, let us deal with any hostile entities and secure the area. The command of our mission, I leave in your capable hands. In the event of battle, I shall adapt my tactics to complement your own.
So basically he plays the part of Graha, where he's able to swap around either being tank, healer, or DPS, depending on how the makeup is.
Should we require healing, I can provide it. 'Twould be a welcome change of pace from my recent havoc wreaking.
Yeah, she's also a dual role. She could either be a caster damage or a healer. Estinian is just pure DPS.
Take heart, my friends, and have faith. We will brave this broken world and rescue my sister Ajdaya.
Oh, the fell court of Troya. Again, another Final Fantasy IV reference. Troya was a kingdom in Final Fantasy IV. It held the Earth Crystal. So we're gonna wait for that. Let's see. I am going to do some stuff. Ooh, I can actually do this. Illuminati mask, purple buckler. How do I get a purple buckler? The peaks. You need midge larva. Let's try Illuminati masks. Sorry, I have a message coming up. I was looking at the Illuminati mask. Do the churning miss. Oh, this will be better. Churning miss 9-8. Hefty! Alright, so we're going to 9... 8, so it's in the upper left. So I would have been better off just going over to Zenith. What's going on now? Sorry, I'm still talking on a messenger. They are... Sorry. Kind of an important conversation. Alright, let's Illuminati mask this stuff. Of course. Come on, pull it out. frag it. I'm still waiting on a DPS anyways. The fell court of Troya. Oh, I lost 30, whatchamacallit, item level points. All that healing. I love it. Ooh, they're doing like massive damage. I love it. Oh, apparently I got hit by that. Evil Dreamer is done. I might roll on some of this loot depending on what rolls. I like the way it looks. Ah, it is a beautiful, beautiful dungeon too, by the way. Oh wait, whoops. I went the wrong way. Sorry. Definitely don't want any accessories. I don't want the accessories. Here comes the second bot. Beatrice. Eye of Troya, huh? Ooh. Ah, crap. I didn't do that right. Ugh. And she's gonna teleport away. I don't want that. I don't want that either. I love this dungeon. It looks so amazing. Oh, can't go any further. Handing out crits for days. They look like Archeo demons. Ooh, treasure coffer right before the boss.
So the gate did open again, and delivered the most mouth-watering morsels. Archfiend of Earth and first of Golbez's Circle of Fall.
Blighted Despot.
Such pleasure I will take in delivering you unto your grave.
Used to hate this guy back at Final Fantasy IV.
Breathe deep of breath.
Oh, crap baskets.
Stubborn mortal.
Could limit break him. You know. There we go. Although it would have been better for the ninja to do that. Aw, dang. The kilt was one of the things I wanted, but oh well. Tis happens. There's a boots of healing that I like too that has a ankle sheath of a dagger.
This Scarmalione, he knew the gate had opened.
And not for the first time. He and his brethren must keep watch over the portal.
As we do ours, but to unflinchingly consume a fellow Voidsent. Like men, perhaps they form factions and fight amongst themselves.
I think it's,
The question is, what will the minions do?
yeah.
Your mistress is no more, and the one who consumed her we slew in turn. Do you still mean to try us?
I expect some Voidsent are more intelligent than others. Perhaps these ones simply do not understand our words.
Even beasts ought to understand strength.
Yeah.
There is much we do not know about Voidsent. If we are to survive their world, it would be wise to learn their ways.
Let's proceed with caution and pick up what we can. Don't overthink it. We'll improvise as we go along. Or proceed with caution.
Sage advice, my friend. 'Tis reassuring to to have one so experienced with us. I am here, sister. Finally here. And I will find you. I swear it.
Buried memory. Yeah, I should probably pull up the post. This castle should serve as a base of operations for now. Ere we set our sights elsewhere, let's see what there is to learn here. From this point onward, you will not encounter Aetherites for a while. Should you leave Troya Castle, you may return here via Weaver's Warding. Additionally, you may now enter the Fell Court of Troya with a party of NPC avatars. To make use of this feature, open the Trust interface located under Duty in the main menu. Shadowed Remnants. We're getting Silver Piece. The warding scale exhibits no change. It should be safe to remain here and begin our search. But whither now? I would send Sejdiah were she remotely near, but there is nothing. Might you not call to her? Let her know that you have come. Alas, this vessel is not capable of calling across vast distances. For that, I require my true form. And even were it possible, a dragon's call is born upon Aether. 'Tis liable to draw more void sent to us. I see. In any case, there's little exploration to be done while we are confined to this isolated isle, I mean. I propose we begin by learning what we can from the castle's occupants. An understanding of their ways may prove useful to our cause. Very well, let's hope a few of them are capable of speech. Let all remain vigilant while we go about our inquiries. We reconvene afterwards. Alright, so there's nothing. Can we mount here? Yes, we can. Sweet. That's good to know, but we just can't fly. I need to make sure there's nothing back here. We're in buried memory now. So there's 9. 18. 27. 34. So 40-ish. Wait, was there something there? Nope. They have like 39 missions, and then we're gonna be in Dawn Trail. Pretty cool, eh? Creature snarls and glares at you. It is unlikely you will learn anything from it. What enticing aether you have. Give me some. Give me some. Aw, if only I were stronger, I'd be able to eat you. Fine, fine, I'll find someone else to eat. Ugh. While able to communicate, this one seems to think only of feeding. Better to take your inquiries elsewhere. The mistress's eyes are beauteous, sublime, to bask in her gaze is bliss. But now she's gone, never again will I feel her gaze. No mistress, no orders, what am I to do now? What am I to do now? The creature mutters endlessly to itself, not sparing you so much as a glance. I serve, I obey, please don't eat me. Hey, dragon, what's that? Does it taste good? I don't know anything about it. Don't know anything about anything. But the one we caught recently, they seem to know lots. We threw them in the dungeon, but clever ones are tasty. They might have been eaten already. Clever ones are tasty. You learned all you can from this void scent. If you look in the dungeon, you may be able to find the clever one it mentioned. I have nothing to share. While those I approached had no will to fight, neither were they capable of holding a conversation worth the name. My experience was much the same. Lower rung voids tend to have lower intelligence, 'twould seem. I pity Scarmiglian is dead. He was talkative, at least. What of you? There was a bit of actual talk, including someone that we might be able to talk to. A clever void scent in the dungeon. That would be the area in which we emerged. Indeed. Let's take ourselves back there and find this void scent, preferably before its fellows make a meal of it. To the dungeon, then. We're actually making fucking haste. And we get to run back through the dungeon. I just noticed the statues. That's kind of cool. I like that. Oh, cool. Like a lot of statues. Kinda would have loved to have this music for my house. Maybe, I don't know. It's starting to get kind of meh now. Oh, it's in here. Dark robed void scent.
The friend.
Mm-hmm. You're the void sent bound to Xenos. Didn't you fade away when Xenos fell?
I see it now. The bottomless darkness. The insatiable hunger. The aura was present when we faced him in Garlemald.
How did it come to be here?
When Xenos died, its connection to the source was severed. It was forced to return to the void.
Xenos. Yes, that was his name. And you are the friend, are you not?
Something tells me the crystal's going to react and do something interesting. Yep. It's be aglow.
Is that Heidelin's crystal?
Good thing we brought it.
But how?
By the way, this part gives me serious Bloodborne vibe.
The light just now. Of course. And thus I am returned.
What do you mean, returned? Who are you?
I was once bound to the man named Xenos. His avatar, until you killed him.
Avatar, as in the void-sent servants of Reapers. In the name of his hunt, Xenos took up that traditional Garlean art. And through it, he forged a covenant with a being of the void to lend him strength.
Covenant? A curse, more like. He stole my power. There was no equity in the arrangement. My very essence was altered, twisted into a tool to serve his desires.
Your previous appearance. This is your true form, then?
Perhaps, perhaps not. What does it matter?
Indeed, it doesn't. Regardless of your form, you are a void sent by nature. So answer me this. Are you our enemy too?
In this world, only a fool would attempt to devour a stronger being. And though it was as an avatar, I lost you once, I have no desire to lose again.
Good enough for me.
Now, you will answer me a question. Xenos called you friend. That's what you are? A friend?
Huh. Strictly speaking, I'm hero. Whatever Xenos may have said, I wasn't his friend. Not to you, at least, not yet. I want to say the last one.
So, you're not a friend. Then... what is it? What is a friend?
As much as one might expect the unexpected, I doubt any of us could have foreseen this turn of events. She seems different from other Void Sent, at least those we've met, and the change we witnessed, I suspect, is due to your crystal purging the excess darkness in her. Even so, she still harbors a great deal of darkness. I'm very keen to hear what she could tell us about herself and about her world. Xenos has been added to the Unending Codex. Fandaniel has been added to the Unending Codex. The Ashians has been added to the Unending Codex. Where everything begins. So, I doubt you came to the dungeon by pure chance. What is it that you're after? We were looking for a Void Sent with whom we could converse, in the course of which we learned of you. We are visitors to this world and know little and less of its workings and ways. We would be grateful if you could tell us about it, about yourself. So it's information you seek. What do you offer for it? I beg your pardon? Void Sent do not give unless we stand to gain. If you desire something, you pay the price. That is the sole rule in this world you call the Void. That makes sense. Pray forgive our ignorance. But what would be acceptable as payment? I suspect that such coin as we carry has no value here. Void Sent crave one thing alone, ether. In return for information, I offer you mine. Just not all of it, mind you. I still have need of my life. Very well, I will tell you no more than you can afford to pay. Then we have a bargain. If we're to talk about the Void, let us do so outside. Come with me. And of course, they send us running back out.
This is where I belong. My home. This endless darkness you call the Void. There was once light here, and it shone its warmth upon creation. The lands were green and the seas were blue. Life flourished. Before the war, the Contra Memoria.
It must have been a terrible war indeed.
It shattered the balance, causing darkness to engulf the world. All life was transformed into monstrosities, Void Sent. We are the natural order now.
As light begat Sin Eaters, darkness begat Void Sent.
The sun was driven from the sky as fleeting day yielded to endless night. In time, even land and sea lost their distinction. And though the spark of reason had died in us, driven by memory's shadow, we formed factions and carved out domains. This castle, for instance, its erstwhile lord must have abided in such a place once upon a time.
If I may, the darkness in you is too much for any man to harbor. To my eyes, you are indeed a Void Sent. Yet your knowledge of the past and your demeanor mark you apart from your brethren. You are different. That much is plain. But in what way, I am unsure.
As you say, I am Void Sent, but only in part. The darkness touched my mother when the war had only just begun, when I was still in the womb. As a child, I looked like any other, but darkness coursed through me, and I ceased to age when I'd become a woman grown. But that was then, and now, I may as well be one in full. I prey on the weak and serve the strong. I live to survive. Nothing more.
Nothing less.
Forgive me. 'Twas not my intent to pry. I realize, too, that I have neglected to ask your name.
As we say mortal, you may call me Voidsent.
That is liable to cause confusion. If you are not averse, we would address you by your true name.
Then call me what you will. I care not.
How about 0?
Meaning nothing. A name as fitting as any.
No, not nothing, but rather a beginning. For it remains to be seen what you will become to us.
As I said, I care not. 0, then.
Here's to a fruitful partnership. I think it's a nice name. I'm gonna say the first one.
Partnership? Are you saying you wish to strike a bargain?
Well, Zero, while there is no end to the questions we could ask, it is only fair that we tell you our purpose in coming here. We are searching for a dragon. One who came to your world long ago.
A dragon?
Yes. Ajdaya is her name.
Uh-oh, someone's floating around.
She is my sister. If you have any knowledge of her, I beg you share it with us. Did you say something?
No.
I thought I heard a voice as well. The keening of Voidsent, perhaps.
I must say, we are rather exposed here. Perhaps we should continue the conversation within the castle. The throne room is defensible given its few points of ingress. Let us head back there. Moving wasn't part of the bargain. I'll comply, but I expect my payment promptly. You shall have it as soon as we've arrived. In Final Fantasy IV, whoa, that's pretty cool. I never noticed that. Of course, the other leaders look like they've been kind of marked out. Final Fantasy IV, Troya was led by a group of females, and all the military were female. It also had one of the more annoying portions of the game where you had to fight without metallic weapons and equipment. Otherwise, your party members are paralyzed. Yep, looks like we're fighting. Upon proceeding, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. In addition, you will be required to participate in battle. Your progress will be saved at certain points. In that event that you are defeated, you will be able to try again from the most recent of these. Please note that if you enter battles associated with other quests or log out from the game, this progress will be lost. Proceed. I lose 40 item level points. And 3 or 4 levels. I think I'm at 93.
This place is as good as any. Let me have the ether now.
Very well.
Hey, it's Scarmiglian again.
That I should miss my mark.
That fiend again? But we struck it down. Watched it die.
Fools. Death doesn't exist in this world. And I am free to return whensoever I please.
Death doesn't exist. Of course, in the first, the power of light, of passivity, prevents life from emerging in the empty. But in the 13th, the power of darkness, of activity, prevents life from finding rest, even should soul be separated from flesh.
So unless one's essence is absorbed by another, it is possible to return again and again.
Your ether. It is reminiscent of that creature's. Ah, my mouth waters at the memory.
What?
I must devour you too. Yes, I must. Ye drifting souls, by my power be reborn!
If it's another death they want, I say we give it to them.
If you could lend us a hand, we'd be much obliged.
Not without
Bet
payment.
You would. But you already owe me a debt, and until you make good on it, I won't lift a finger. We'll speak after you've won. But know that if you lose, I'll help myself to your ether.
That a bothersome duty should deliver to me this lavish feast. Come, struggle with all your might. It will make you that much richer and tastier.
I will say Scarmiglion is a lot more annoying in this than in Final Fantasy IV.
My soul misdomain serves me. Feast upon their flesh.
Castle answers his call. We'd do well to break up this feast quickly.
Let's see these guests on their way.
This bodes ill.
See where the problems are arising?
We need to drag him out of this terrible scene. Stand together!
There's no end in sight. A retreat may be in order.
When will you learn? No matter what you do, you cannot hope to win.
You never know until you try, and I'm always happy to experiment.
Zero! Is there no way to stop them from coming back?
There is, but I have no reason to share it with you.
You know, Zero, you do owe us for one thing. Your name. You'll have your promised ether, but we are owed compensation for your name.
Ah, cheeky.
A name for which I did not ask. But that I nevertheless did accept.
They've been crystallized.
Well now, that's quite the trick.
It's almost like Pokemon.
Satisfied?
Completely.
Come, my friends. With Zero's aid, we can defeat him.
What is this? What have you done?
Now that I think on it, you owe me a debt as well. You may have missed your mark, but I won't miss mine. However incurred, a debt is a debt. I will repay it here and now.
She can turn void scent into crystal.
What is this world?
will hurt.
Debt to repay.
I must deal with you. I'll kill you all myself.
Finally getting serious, though. Very well. Let us return the favor.
I've already burned everything I've got. Not anymore now. Whew.
Fools! Do not think you have defeated me. I will return again and again! What? My flesh? Why won't it heal? What is the meaning of this? To seal ether in crystal. Memoria! But how? How can you have this power? Death has no place in this world. We are beyond it. And yet... Ah, Lord Golbez, you have sent me to my doom. Curse you and your wretched flattery, and this abominable fate.
And now he's gone. But we probably shouldn't leave these crystals just rolling around. Should probably have them hidden. Uh-oh. Echo time.
You are welcome, seekers of might. I, Golbez, have called you four hither. I, who would see us triumph in the coming crusade. That I may entrust you with command of our armies.
Yes, but what of the crew's gift? In exchange for our loyalty, we are to feast on the finest ether.
And so you shall, for if you are to serve me, you must be strong.
Then honor the pact, and pray we are not disappointed.
Very well. Behold.
A dragon.
The fiery wings, the savage horns. It pulses with life. Such vibrant ether.
I believe that's Ashdaya.
This magnificent creature could only come from beyond the veil.
Indeed. Feast, my friends. Feast and arise as my four arch-fiends. As they are now, they can consume but a fraction of the dragon's ether. Just as well, the creature may yet serve other ends.
Are you all right?
I saw Ashdaya.
The Void Sense essence remains, but it has been sealed away, transformed into crystal.
Memoria. Scarmelione called them. I take it they are connected to the war of which you spoke.
Aye. Their use was central to the Contra Memoria, hence its name. And to my knowledge, the transformation is permanent.
I see. We thank you for coming to our aid.
I repaid a debt, and in doing so ensured that I receive my own due compensation, which I shall have now.
Yes. I still have work to do, so I would thank you not to get carried away.
Ether is the coin of choice. I appreciate the simplicity.
That makes us even, I trust. Right then. When you picked up the crystal, you experienced a vision, did you not?
A dragon resembling a great wyrm. I dare to hope that it was Ashdaya. Even as it pains me to think she is being made to suffer.
For the ambitions of this Golbez.
We've been given much to consider. Let us take a moment to review what we know.
In light of our recent experiences, I expect we all have questions. I trust Zero can answer some few of them. We should still be owed at least that much, I dare say. Groping in the dark. Hero, you've come to the 13th before, yes? You fought Void Saint here. Yep. Well, clearly you didn't know they could regenerate, else you would have shared that detail beforehand. They seemed to stay dead at the time, yes. I was in a bit of a rush and didn't have time to wait around and see. Yeah, we were in a bit of a rush. From what I know of your foray, I can hardly blame you. Perhaps they returned after you left, but if they didn't, there must be a reason why. There are circumstances in which we were unable to return. If you like, I can tell you about this. Please do. The more you devour, the more powerful you grow, but in the process your essence is blended with those of your prey. If you were to lose your flesh, the souls you have come to harbor may break free and coalesce into distinct void scent once more. And before you yourself return, your own soul might be devoured by your enemies or your erstwhile prey, a fate more likely for stronger beings who require more time to regenerate. However, even assuming you survived the process, it's highly uncommon to return as you were. Yet despite his greater strength, Scarmiglione managed to resurrect rather swiftly. Are there others capable of the same? Not that I'm aware of. His attachment to his flesh must have been unique for him to develop such an ability. I believe we understand the fundamentals of rebirth now. If I may, I would ask you about your power. Will you tell us about it? What you saw should speak for itself. I combined the aether of the soul and crystal. Many wielded this power during the Contra Memoria, but I'm the only one left. How does one come to wield Memoria, and what happened to your peers? I've never thought about that. I do know, though, that Void Saint can't use the power. I assume I can because I'm mortal in part. I see. Zero, I wish to ask you about the man called Golbez. He may well have my sister in his clutches. Is there aught you can tell us of him? The name sounds vaguely familiar, though I can't say how I know it. If he is powerful, however, someone in the castle may have heard of him. Then we must try talking to the other Voidson again. Let us entrust the task to Hero. His echo will help facilitate communication. More importantly, he should be able to maintain his composure better than a concerned sibling. That I cannot deny. Forgive me, but will you not ask about Golbez in my stead? On the terraces to begin with, perhaps? Sure. Thank you. We shall remain here and discuss what other avenues we might pursue in the meantime. Unfortunately, I don't have time for that. We hit the 2-hour mark a little while ago. Anyways, this has been part 162 of my livestream playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. If you'd like to go ahead and give me a thumbs up by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber, keep up with the content. Don't forget to hit that bell, so that way you get notified whenever I go live or release new content. Comment down below, tell me what you think about the game and my gameplay. No spoilers, please. And I will see you in the next video. Catch you then. Later.